The massive chamber of the Galactic Council buzzed with quiet conversation as representatives from 12 different species took their seats. The curved walls displayed star maps showing thousands of worlds under their control. Ambassador Vextar adjusted his breathing apparatus and activated his translation device. Today would mark another victory for the hegemony. Distinguished members, Vextar began, his voice carrying across the chamber through advanced speakers. I present our analysis of the third planet in the Sol system. The species calls their world Earth. A three-dimensional hologram materialized above the central platform. The blue and green sphere rotated slowly, showing continents and oceans. Small dots of light indicated major population centers. The assembled aliens leaned forward with interest. Our observation teams have monitored this world for 47 standard cycles, Vextar continued. The inhabitants show remarkable potential as a labor force. Their bodies are adaptable, their minds capable of learning complex tasks.
However,
their military technology remains primitive. The hologram shifted to show human weapons. Nuclear missiles sat in underground silos. Fighter jets flew through Earth's atmosphere. Naval vessels moved across the oceans. The alien representatives exchanged glances of amusement. Their most advanced propulsion systems use chemical reactions, Vextar explained. Their weapons rely on explosive materials and metal projectiles. They have barely begun to explore their own solar system using crude rocket technology. Council Chairman Mordok, a being with multiple arms and glowing eyes, spoke from his elevated position. Resistance should we expect during annexation? Minimal, Vextar replied confidently. Their nations fight among themselves constantly. They lack unified command structures. Their orbital defenses consist of communication, satellites, and a few research stations. Standard invasion fleet would overwhelm them within hours. The hologram displayed Earth's space assets. The International Space Station looked tiny and fragile. A few satellites orbited the planet. The aliens saw nothing that could threaten their advanced warships. Their population exceeds 7 billion, Vextar noted. Once pacified, they would provide an excellent workforce for our mining operations in the outer systems. Their planet contains abundant water and minerals. The strategic value is considerable. Meanwhile, deep within Saturn's rings, a hidden facility operated in complete silence. Titan Station stretched 4 kilometers through the ice and rock, its presence unknown to Earth's general population. The massive structure housed the most advanced technology humanity had ever developed. Admiral Kim Dae stood before a wall of displays showing the alien fleet's approach. His uniform bore no insignia that Earth's public would recognize. The man had dedicated 30 years to preparing for this moment. Around him, officers worked at stations filled with quantum computers and holographic interfaces. The enemy fleet has reached the outer marker, reported Captain Lihanna from her communications station. Her fingers moved across controls that could intercept alien transmissions across multiple dimensions. Their preliminary scans show standard invasion formation. Kim Dae nodded calmly. Activate Protocol 7. Signal all Titan commanders to prepare for combat operations. The Admiral walked to the central command platform where a massive holographic display showed the solar system. 12 red dots indicated the positions of Earth's secret weapon. The Titan warships had waited in the darkness beyond Neptune for 5 years, their crews in cryogenic sleep. They think we're primitives, Kim Dae said quietly. Let them maintain that belief until the moment we strike. Far from Earth, Commander Yunte felt the gentle vibration that indicated his awakening from cryosleep. The medical systems of his ship brought him back to consciousness gradually. His first sight was the Bridge of the Indomitable, humanity's most powerful warship. The vessel stretched 15 kilometers from bow to stern. Its hull was forged from materials that did not exist. In nature, quantum reactors provided unlimited energy. Weapon systems could tear apart the fabric of space itself. The ship represented 30 years of secret development by Earth's greatest minds. Commander, all systems are operational, reported his first officer, as the crew emerged from their sleep chambers. The enemy fleet is maintaining standard approach. Vectors Yoon, Tay studied the tactical displays that showed alien ship movements. Their formation was textbook perfect for fighting conventional enemies. They had no idea that humanity had developed weapons that operated beyond normal physics. "Signal the other Titan ships," he ordered. "Begin final preparations for combat. Today we show the galaxy what humans are really capable of." Back on Titan Station, Dr. Song Yu monitored the quantum torpedo systems she had spent 15 years perfecting. The weapons existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously, making them impossible to defend against using conventional shields. Each torpedo could unravel the atomic structure of entire starships. "Admiral, all weapon systems are ready," she reported. "The aliens are using standard scanning frequencies. Cannot detect our ships or this facility." Kim Dae studied the alien fleet through sensors that could observe events before they happened. The enemy commander was confident, perhaps even bored. The aliens expected another easy conquest of a primitive world. "Dr. Song, what is our tactical advantage?" the Admiral asked. "Complete," she replied. "Their technology is approximately 300 years behind our current capabilities. Their shields cannot stop our weapons. Our sensors cannot detect our ships. Their computers cannot process our attack patterns." The alien fleet moved steadily toward Earth, unaware that they were flying into the most sophisticated trap in Galactic history. Their advanced scouts detected nothing unusual in the outer solar system. The asteroid fields looked normal. The gas giant moons showed no signs of artificial construction. Commander Baek Jin watched from the bridge of the Retribution as enemy scouts passed within a few hundred kilometers of his position. The Titan warship's stealth systems made it invisible to every form of detection the aliens possessed. His crew waited in perfect silence. "Sir, the enemy flagship is beginning surface bombardment preparations," reported his weapons officer. "They're targeting major population centers." Baek Jin's expression hardened. "Not today. Signal all units. We begin the counterattack in 60 seconds. The Galactic Council had made a fatal error. They had assumed that Earth's public technology represented humanity's true capabilities. They had not considered that a species capable of developing nuclear weapons might have hidden military programs. They had not imagined that humans could build starships that surpassed their own. The first phase of their invasion was about to become their last." Admiral Kim Dae gave the final order from Titan Station. "All units, commence Operation Homecoming. Show them what happens when you threaten Earth." Across the solar system, 12 Titan warships began to move toward the alien fleet. The greatest military force in human history was about to reveal itself to the galaxy. The Galactic Council's representatives would soon learn that their peaceful annexation had become a fight for survival. The age of human dominance was about to begin. The alien invasion fleet emerged from hyperspace with perfect precision. 800 warships materialized in formation around Earth's orbit. Their silver hulls gleamed in the sunlight as they began their approach to the blue planet below. Fleet Admiral Zorvan stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Dominator. Through the massive viewing ports, he could see Earth turning slowly beneath them. The planet looked peaceful and defenseless. His tactical displays showed no significant military resistance. "Begin the preliminary bombardment," Zorvan ordered. "Target their orbital installations first. Must eliminate any possibility of resistance." The alien weapons opened fire with devastating efficiency. Earth's space stations exploded in brilliant flashes of light. Communication satellites dissolved into clouds of debris. The few research platforms humanity had in orbit were destroyed within minutes. On Earth's surface, people watched in horror as their sky filled with alien ships. News broadcasts showed the destruction of their space assets. Military leaders around the world prepared for the worst. They had nuclear weapons, but the aliens were too far away to reach. Captain Park Soo watched the bombardment from her hidden position aboard the Titan warship Relentless. The massive vessel hung motionless in Earth's shadow, completely invisible to alien sensors. Her crew of 5,000 waited in perfect silence. "Sir, the enemy is beginning surface targeting," reported her weapons officer, Major Kim Soo. "There, preparing to strike major cities?" Park Soo studied the alien formation through sensors that could predict their movements before they made them. The enemy ships were positioned exactly where human strategists had expected them to be. Every alien vessel was now within range of Earth's hidden weapons. "Signal Admiral Kim Day," she ordered. "Request permission to engage." The response came immediately from Titan Station. "Permission granted. All units begin the counterattack." Across the solar system, 12 Titan warships received the same message. The vessels that had waited in darkness for 5 years began to move toward Earth. Their crews awakened from cryosleep. Ready to defend their homeworld, Commander Yunte felt the Indomitable's engines come to life beneath his feet.
"Ow, the ships."
Quantum drives could move the 15-kilometer vessel faster than light itself. Around him, his officers took their positions at stations filled with technology the aliens had never seen. "All weapon systems are online," reported his tactical officer. "Quantum torpedoes are loaded and ready." "Target the enemy flagship," Yunte ordered. "I'll show them what happens when you threaten Earth." First sign of resistance came. As a shock to the alien fleet, ships that had been invisible suddenly appeared around them. The Titan warships materialized out of empty space, their massive hulls dwarfing even the largest alien vessels. Admiral Zorvan stared in disbelief at his tactical displays. Where did these ships come from? Our sensors detected nothing. His officers scrambled to analyze the new threat. The human vessels were enormous, easily 10 times larger than the biggest ships in the alien fleet. Their energy signatures were unlike anything in the Galactic database. "Sir, they're targeting us," reported the alien tactical officer. "Their weapons are locking onto our fleet." "Impossible," Zorvan replied. "No primitive species could build ships of that size. Our intelligence reports showed they barely had spaceflight capability." The first quantum torpedo fired from the Indomitable struck the alien flagship before anyone could react. The weapon existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously, passing through the ship's shields as if they were not there.
"Elevator."
Hull began to unravel at the atomic level. "All ships, evasive maneuvers," Zorvan screamed into his communicator. But it was too late. The Titan warships had positioned themselves perfectly around the alien fleet. Captain Park Soo watched with satisfaction as the Relentless opened fire. Her ship's quantum disruption cannons carved through enemy vessels like they were made of paper. The alien shields, designed to stop conventional weapons, were useless against technology that operated beyond normal physics. "Target their engine systems," she ordered. "We want some of them to survive to carry our message back to the Galactic Council." The battle was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. The alien fleet, which had conquered dozens of worlds, found themselves helpless. Against Earth's Titan warships, their weapons could not penetrate the human shields. Their ships could not outrun the human vessels. Lieutenant Commander Nari coordinated the Titan fleet's movements from her station aboard the Indomitable. The 12 warships moved with perfect precision, their attacks synchronized through quantum communication systems. Each ship targeted specific enemy vessels, ensuring maximum damage with minimum waste. "Enemy formation is breaking apart," she reported. "They're attempting to retreat." "Pursue them," ordered Commander Yunte. "Let none escape except those we choose to spare." The alien ships scattered in panic, their disciplined formation dissolving into chaos. Vessels that had terrorized entire star systems now fled in terror from Earth's defenders. The Titan warships pursued them with relentless efficiency. Commander Baek Jin watched from the Retribution as enemy ships tried desperately to reach hyperspace. Its weapons officer had locked onto the fleeing vessels using targeting systems that could track objects across multiple dimensions. "Sir, should we destroy them all?" asked the weapons officer. "No," Baek Jin replied. "Admiral Kim Day wants survivors to tell the galaxy what happened here. Let 50 ships escape. Destroy the rest." The massacre continued for exactly 17 minutes. When the firing stopped, the space around Earth was filled with debris from 600 alien warships. The remaining 50 vessels limped away toward the edge of the solar system, their crews traumatized by what they had witnessed. Admiral Zorvan sat in his damaged command chair, staring at the tactical display that showed the complete destruction of his fleet. His proud Armada, which had seemed invincible only hours ago, had been annihilated by ships that should not have existed. "Send a message to the Galactic Council," he ordered weakly. Tell them we were wrong about Earth. Tell them the humans are not primitive. Tell them we have awakened something terrible." Back on Titan Station, Admiral Kim Dae watched the alien survivors flee toward deep space. The first phase of humanity's revelation was complete. The galaxy would soon learn that Earth was not the defenseless world they had assumed.
Dr. Song.
"What is our casualty report?" he asked. "0 human casualties," she replied. "All Titan ships are operational. The enemy never managed to damage our vessels." Kim Dae nodded with satisfaction. "Signal all commanders. Phase 2 begins now. It's time to visit the Galactic Council and discuss Earth's place in the galaxy." The age of human dominance had begun with overwhelming victory. The galaxy would never again underestimate Earth's military capabilities. The emergency session of the Galactic Council convened in chaos. Representatives from 12 species filled the chamber, their voices raised in panic and confusion. The holographic displays showed the devastating defeat of their invasion fleet. At Earth, 600 ships destroyed in 17 minutes. Chairman Mordock called for order, his multiple arms waving frantically. "Silence. We must analyze this disaster calmly." Ambassador Vexstar stood at the center of the chamber, his breathing apparatus working overtime. The being who had confidently predicted Earth's easy conquest now faced the anger of his peers. His intelligence reports had been completely wrong. "Could you miss an entire fleet of warships?" demanded Counselor Threshka, her scales rippling with fury. "Our scouts observed their system for decades. They saw nothing but primitive technology." "The humans deliberately deceived us," Vexstar replied weakly. "They hid their true capabilities while we watched. Republic technology was a false front." The chamber erupted in angry voices. Species that had trusted the hegemony's intelligence now realized they had been led into a trap. The humans had not only defeated their fleet, but had done so with technology that surpassed their own. A new voice cut through the chaos. "Distinguished members of the Council, I am Admiral Kim Dae of the Earth's Defense Force." As a human figure materialized in the center of the chamber, the holographic projection showed a calm man in an unfamiliar uniform. Behind him, the bridge of a Titan warship displayed technology that made their most advanced systems look primitive. "I speak for the government of Earth," Kim Dae continued. "We have received your message of invasion. We have responded appropriately." Chairman Mordock found his voice. "You destroyed our fleet without warning. This is an act of war against the entire galactic community." "You invaded our system," Kim Dae replied calmly. "Destroyed our orbital facilities. You prepared to bombard our cities. We defended ourselves. The responsibility for this conflict lies entirely with the Galactic Council." The humans' calm demeanor was more unsettling than any show of anger. The aliens had expected primitive savages, not a military leader who spoke with quiet authority about galactic warfare. "Your ships," stammered Counselor Threshka. "Where did they come from?" "Our intelligence showed no advanced shipbuilding capabilities." "Your intelligence was incomplete," Kim Dae answered. "Humanity has been preparing for this encounter for 30 years. We have observed your civilizations, studied your technologies, and developed countermeasures for your weapons." Captain Lee Hanna stepped forward on the bridge behind the Admiral. Her station displayed real-time intelligence about every world in the galactic community. The screen showed classified information that should have been impossible for humans to obtain. "We have been monitoring your communications for decades," she reported. "We know the location of every military base, every shipyard, every command center in your territories. We have analyzed your tactical doctrines and identified their weaknesses." Council members exchanged terrified glances. If the humans had been watching them for so long, what else did they know? What other secrets had been compromised? "This is impossible," Vexstar protested. "No species could develop such advanced technology without our knowledge. You lack the industrial base for such construction." Director Parkman appeared on the transmission, her image showing the vast manufacturing facilities hidden throughout the solar system. Behind her, automated systems constructed new Titan warships at an impossible rate. "We have been building in secret for 3 decades, she explained. "While your scouts watched our public activities, We developed quantum manufacturing techniques that allow us to create vessels far beyond your current capabilities. The aliens saw production lines that stretched for kilometers. Ships larger than their greatest vessels took shape in massive construction bays. The humans had not just hidden their military fleet but had created an entire industrial empire. The 12 ships that destroyed your fleet were only the beginning, Parkman continued. We are currently constructing 60 more Titan warships. Our production capacity increases every day. Chairman Murdoch leaned forward in his chair. What do you want from us? What are your terms for peace? Admiral Kim Dae's expression remained calm. First, the Galactic Council will formally recognize Earth's sovereignty over the entire Sol system. No alien vessel will enter our space without explicit permission. Agreed, Murdoch replied quickly. The other council members nodded their consent. Second, all intelligence operations against Earth will cease immediately. Your observation posts will be withdrawn. Your spy networks will be dismantled. Of course, the chairman said, though he wondered how they would detect human countermeasures if they tried to continue surveillance. Third, the Galactic Council will provide Earth with full access to galactic trade networks, star charts, and diplomatic protocols. We will be recognized as equals in all interstellar affairs. The aliens realized they had no choice. The humans had demonstrated military superiority that made resistance impossible. Their Titan warships could destroy entire civilizations if deployed aggressively. We accept your terms, Murdoch announced. The Galactic Council formally recognizes Earth as a sovereign power. Commander Yunte spoke from his position on the Indomitable. Any attempt to violate these agreements will result in immediate military action. Our Titan warships are currently deployed throughout the galaxy. We can reach any world within hours. Aliens had not realized that human vessels were already in position near their homeworlds. The speed of their deployment suggested transportation technology far beyond galactic standards. We understand, Threshka said quietly. There will be no further hostilities. Admiral Kim Dae nodded. Excellent. Earth looks forward to peaceful relations with all galactic species. We hope this unfortunate incident will not affect future cooperation. The transmission ended, leaving the council chamber in stunned silence. The beings who had ruled the galaxy for millennia had been humbled by a species they had considered primitive. The humans had emerged from apparent weakness to demonstrate overwhelming strength. How did we miss this? Whispered Vexstar. How did an entire civilization hide from us? They are more intelligent than we realized, Murdoch replied. They allowed us to see what they wanted us to see. While we watched their public displays, they prepared for war in secret. The Galactic Council faced a new reality. Earth was not just another member species, but a military superpower that could dictate terms. To the entire galaxy, the age of their dominance was ending. On Titan Station, Admiral Kim Dae watched the alien representatives leave the chamber in defeat. The first phase of humanity's emergence was complete. The galaxy now knew that Earth was not to be underestimated. Signal. All Titan commanders, he ordered. Begin Phase 3. It's time to establish our presence in galactic space. The humans had won their independence through superior firepower. Now they would claim their place as rulers of the galaxy. 5 years had passed since Earth's devastating victory over the Galactic Council's invasion fleet. The galaxy had transformed completely under human influence. Species that had once considered themselves the masters of space now lived under the protection of Earth's Titan warships. Admiral Kim Dae stood on the observation deck of Titan Station, watching construction crews complete the newest addition to humanity's secret base. The facility had grown enormously, now housing the central command for Earth's galactic empire. Through the transparent walls, he could see the massive shipyards where new Titan warships took shape. Admiral, we have received reports from all sectors, announced Captain Lee Hanna as she approached with the data tablet. Our expansion continues ahead of schedule. Kim Dae reviewed the information with satisfaction. Human colonies now existed on 47 worlds throughout the galaxy. Each settlement was protected by at least one Titan warship. The aliens had learned not to interfere with Earth's territorial claims. What is the status of the Centauri project? He asked. Commander Beek Jin reports that the crystalline inhabitants have fully accepted human protection, Lihana replied. They are providing valuable assistance with our mining operations. The Centauri system had become humanity's first major extraterrestrial base. The peaceful crystalline beings who lived there had welcomed their new human neighbors with nervous enthusiasm. They had witnessed what happened to species that opposed Earth's expansion. Captain Park. Sue piloted the Relentless through the crowded space lanes around the galactic trade hub of Nexus Prime. The massive Titan warship served as an escort for human merchant vessels. The sight of the 15-kilometer warship ensured that no one interfered with Earth's commercial interests. Sir, we are receiving priority signals from multiple alien traders, reported her communications officer. They are requesting permission. To bid on our cargo, grant them access, Park Sue ordered. But maintain standard security protocols. The aliens had learned that trading with humans was both profitable and dangerous. Earth's technology gave them access to materials and products that were impossible to obtain elsewhere. However, any attempt to cheat or deceive human traders resulted in immediate military intervention. The bridge of the Relentless displayed holographic market data from across the galaxy. Human goods commanded premium prices on every world. The aliens paid enormous sums for access to Earth's quantum computers, advanced medicines, and manufacturing techniques. Our trade surplus has increased by 40% this quarter, reported the ship's economic officer. The aliens are becoming dependent on our technology? Park Sue nodded approvingly. Economic dominance was proving as effective as military conquest. The galaxy's species were binding themselves to Earth through trade agreements that gave humans increasing control over their economies. Meanwhile, on the former Galactic Council homeworld of Mordock Prime, the political structure of the galaxy continued to evolve. The council chamber had been reorganized to accommodate Earth's new position as the dominant power. Chairman Mordock addressed the assembled representatives, his multiple arms moving nervously. We must discuss the latest human territorial claims. They've requested sovereignty over the entire Vega system. Requested, scoffed Counselor Threshka. They informed us of their decision. We have no choice but to agree. The aliens had learned that resistance to human expansion was futile. Earth's Titan warships could destroy entire fleets within minutes. The species that had once dominated the galaxy now competed for human favor and protection. The humans have offered to protect our shipping lanes in exchange for mining rights, reported another counselor. Their escort services are far more effective than our own military forces. Because their military forces are far more advanced than ours? Mordock replied bitterly. We rule at their pleasure now. The transformation of galactic society had been swift and complete. Humans had established themselves as the ultimate authority in all interstellar affairs. Their technological superiority made conventional warfare impossible for other species. Commander. Yunte reviewed tactical reports from his position aboard the Indomitable. The flagship now served as the mobile command center for Earth's expanding military presence. His officers monitored activities throughout human space, ready to respond to any threat. Sir, we have detected unusual energy signatures in the Perseus arm, reported his science officer. The readings suggest advanced technology beyond current galactic standards. Investigate immediately, Yunte ordered. Deploy a reconnaissance squadron to gather intelligence. The discovery of unknown technology always raised concerns about potential threats to Earth's dominance. Humanity had achieved superiority through advanced weapons and superior tactics. Any species that might challenge their position required immediate attention. The Indomitable sensors penetrated deep space. The ship's quantum detection systems could identify threats across multiple dimensions. Nothing in the galaxy could hide from Earth's surveillance network. Analysis complete, the science officer reported. The energy signatures appear to be ancient technology, possibly abandoned ruins from a previous civilization. Yoon Tae relaxed slightly. Archaeological discoveries posed no immediate threat to human security. However, they might contain valuable information about advanced technologies that could benefit Earth's military programs. Prepare an expedition team, he ordered. We will investigate these ruins personally. On Earth itself, the transformation of human society continued as citizens slowly learned about their government's secret military programs. The revelation that their world possessed the galaxy's most powerful space navy had changed everything. Dr. Song-Yu worked in her laboratory at the expanded Titan station, developing new weapon systems for the next generation of human warships. Her quantum torpedo technology had proven devastatingly effective against alien vessels. Now she was creating even more advanced weapons. The new disruptor cannons are ready for testing, she reported to Admiral Kim Dae, and these weapons can affect matter at the subatomic level. They will make our current systems look primitive. Excellent, Kim Dae replied. How long until we can equip the entire fleet? 6 months for the existing ships, Song-Yu answered. New construction will include these systems as standard equipment. The continuous advancement of human military technology ensured that Earth's dominance would only grow stronger. Each generation of Titan warships surpassed the previous models in both size and capability. What about defensive systems? Kim Dae asked. We have developed shields that can deflect attacks from multiple dimensions simultaneously, Song-Yu explained. Even if other species develop weapons similar to ours, they will be unable to damage our ships. The research facilities at Titan Station had become the most advanced scientific installations in the galaxy. Human scientists worked alongside captured alien technology, creating hybrid systems that surpassed anything previously imagined. The aliens are beginning to reverse engineer our older weapons, Song-Yu continued. However, they are approximately 50 years behind our current development level. Kim Dae smiled. Let them try. By the time they understand our current technology, we will have advanced far beyond their comprehension. The cycle of technological advancement had given humanity an insurmountable advantage. Earth scientists could innovate faster than alien researchers could copy their work. The gap between human and galactic technology continued to widen. Prepare the new weapons for deployment, Kim Dae ordered. The galaxy must never be allowed to catch up to our capabilities. The age of human dominance was becoming permanent. Earth's Titan warships represented just the beginning of humanity's transformation into the galaxy's supreme power. The ruins in the Vega system changed everything humanity thought they knew about galactic history. Commander Yuntai led the expedition aboard the Indomitable, his ship's sensors penetrating the ancient structures buried beneath the planet's surface. The energy readings are incredible, reported Dr. Song-Yu, as she studied the data from her science station. These ruins are at least 3 million years old, but the technology is still partially active. The archaeological team had discovered something unprecedented. The buried city stretched for hundreds of kilometers underground. The architecture was unlike anything in the galactic database. Most importantly, the ruins contained evidence of Titan-class warships. Sir, we have found what appears to be a shipyard, announced Lieutenant Commander Na-Ri. The construction bays are large enough to build vessels comparable to our own Titan ships. Yuntai studied the holographic displays that showed the ancient facility. The beings who had built this place had possessed technology that rivaled Earth's current capabilities. The question was, what had happened to them? Deploy ground teams, he ordered. I want a complete survey of these ruins, find out who built them and why they disappeared. The exploration teams descended into the ancient city using advanced protective suits. The atmosphere was thin but breathable. Emergency lighting systems activated as they moved through corridors designed for beings. Twice the size of humans, Captain Park Soo coordinated the archaeological operation from the Relentless. Her ship maintained orbit around the planet while ground teams explored the ruins. The discovery had attracted attention from across the galaxy. Admiral Kim Dae is requesting a full report, she announced. The Galactic Council is also asking for information about our findings. Tell them we are still analyzing the data, Yuntai replied. This discovery could change our understanding of galactic history. The exploration teams had found evidence of a massive conflict. The ancient city showed signs of bombardment from space-based weapons. Entire sections had been destroyed by energy blasts that had melted stone and metal. The damage patterns suggest they were attacked by ships using quantum disruption technology, reported the chief archaeologist. The weapon signatures are similar to our own systems. Dr. Song Yu reviewed the data with growing amazement. This species had developed weapons technology comparable to our most advanced systems. They were fighting a war using Titan-class vessels millions of years ago. The implications were staggering. Humanity had believed their military technology was unique in galactic history. The discovery of these ruins suggested that Earth was following a path established by a previous civilization. What happened to them? Yuan-Te asked. Unknown, Song Yu replied. The evidence suggests they were defeated by an enemy using similar technology. Both civilizations appear to have been destroyed in the conflict. The exploration teams discovered more ruins on nearby worlds the ancient civilization had controlled. Multiple star systems. Their empire had been vast and technologically advanced, yet something had brought them to complete destruction. We have found their historical records, announced Nari. The translation programs are working on the data, but initial analysis suggests they were invaded by an extragalactic force. The ancient records spoke of ships from beyond the galaxy, vessels that had crossed the void between star systems to wage war against the inhabitants of the Milky Way. The invasion had lasted for centuries before both sides were annihilated. The invaders came from outside our galaxy, Song Yu reported. They possessed technology that matched the defenders. The war devastated both civilizations. Yuan-Te felt a chill despite the ship's environmental systems. Are you saying that humanity might face a similar threat? It's possible, Song Yu replied. The record suggests that galactic civilizations periodically develop advanced military technology. This attracts attention from extragalactic powers who see them as threats. The discovery raised troubling questions about Earth's future. Humanity had achieved dominance through superior weapons and tactics. However, the ancient ruins suggested that such dominance might make them targets for forces beyond the galaxy. Continue the investigation, Yuan-Te ordered. We need to understand everything about this ancient conflict. Meanwhile, on Titan Station, Admiral Kim Dae reviewed the reports from the Vega system with growing concern. The discovery of ancient Titan warships suggested that Earth's military development was part of a larger pattern. Dr. Song, what is your assessment of the threat level? He asked. Unknown, she replied via quantum communication. The ancient records are incomplete. We know that extragalactic invaders exist, but not when they might return. Kim Dae studied the holographic displays showing the ruins. The ancient civilization had been far more advanced than current galactic species, yet they had been destroyed by enemies from beyond the stars. Accelerate our military development programs, he ordered. If we are going to face extragalactic threats, we need to be prepared. The discovery in the Vega system had changed humanity's priorities. Earth's expansion into galactic space continued. But now, with the understanding that greater threats existed beyond the galaxy's borders, Captain Lee Hanna coordinated intelligence operations from her station on Titan Station. The human spy network had been expanded to monitor deep space for signs of approaching threats. Long-range sensors scanned the void between galaxies for unusual activity. Our surveillance systems are detecting increased energy readings in the outer regions, she reported. The signatures are consistent with advanced propulsion technology. Kim Dae leaned forward in his command chair. Extragalactic in origin? Possibly, Lee Hanna replied. The energy patterns do not match any known galactic technology. The Admiral made a decision that would change the course of human history. Signal all Titan commanders. We are implementing Protocol Omega. Earth will prepare for war against an unknown enemy. The ancient ruins had revealed the truth about galactic history. Advanced civilizations periodically arose, only to be destroyed by forces from beyond the stars. Humanity had joined the ranks of these advanced species, making them potential targets for extragalactic invasion. How long do we have? Kim Dae asked. The ancient records suggest invasion cycles occur every few million years, Song Yu reported. However, our rapid technological advancement may have accelerated the timeline. The discovery of Titan warship ruins had proven that Earth's military development was not unique. Other species had followed similar paths, achieving dominance through superior technology. The pattern always ended in destruction. We will break the cycle, Kim Dae declared. Humanity will not suffer the same fate as the ancients. The exploration of the Vega ruins continued as human scientists studied every aspect of the ancient civilization. The knowledge gained would help Earth prepare for the challenges ahead. The galaxy's dominant species would face their greatest test. Commander Yunte stood in the ancient shipyard, surrounded by the remains of Titan warships that had fought and died millions of years ago. The parallels to Earth's current situation were unmistakable. Whatever destroyed them is still out there, he said quietly. And it's coming for us. The age of human dominance had reached a turning point. Earth's Titan warships had conquered the galaxy, but now they faced the possibility of confronting enemies from beyond the stars. The ancient ruins had revealed the ultimate challenge that awaited humanity. The deep space monitors detected them first. Massive energy signatures approaching from the void between galaxies. Ships that dwarfed even Earth's Titan warships were crossing the empty space toward the Milky Way. The ancient enemy had returned. Admiral Kim Dae stood in the command center of Titan Station, watching the tactical displays that showed the approaching threat. The extragalactic fleet consisted of thousands of vessels, each one capable of destroying entire star systems. This was the enemy that had annihilated the ancient civilization. "How long until they reach our galaxy?" he asked Captain Lee Hanna. 18 months at their current speed, she replied. They're using propulsion technology that we cannot identify. The approaching ships were unlike anything in human or galactic design. Their hulls reflected no light, making them appear as moving shadows against the stars. The energy patterns they emitted suggested weapon systems that operated beyond known physics. "Signal all Titan commanders," Kim Dae ordered. "We are implementing full war protocols. Every ship, every base, every human settlement must prepare for total warfare." The Titan warships that had conquered the galaxy now faced their ultimate test. The vessels that had seemed invincible against alien technology would soon encounter enemies that had destroyed civilizations far more advanced than Earth's current allies. Commander Junte received the alert aboard the Indomitable. His ship was conducting patrol operations in the outer systems when the warning came through. The extragalactic fleet was larger than anyone had anticipated. "Set course for the rendezvous point," he ordered. "Signal all ships in the sector. We are returning to Earth immediately." The recall of humanity's scattered forces began across the galaxy. Titan warships abandoned their patrol routes and colony defense assignments. Every available vessel was needed for the coming battle. "Sir, the alien species are requesting protection," reported his communications officer. "They know about the approaching threat." "Tell them to evacuate to the galactic core," Yunte replied. "We cannot guarantee their safety in the outer systems." The species that had once ruled the galaxy now fled before the approaching invasion. Their own military forces were useless against enemies that had destroyed Titan-class warships. Only Earth's advanced technology offered any hope of survival. Dr. Song Yu worked frantically in her laboratory, developing new weapon systems for the final confrontation. The quantum torpedoes that had proven so effective against galactic species might be inadequate against extragalactic technology. "The new disruptor cannons are ready," she reported to Admiral Kim Dae. "However, I cannot predict their effectiveness against unknown defensive systems." "What about our shields?" Kim Dae asked. "Enhanced to maximum capacity," Song Yu replied. "But the enemy's weapons may operate on principles we do not understand." The uncertainty was troubling. Humanity had achieved dominance through technological superiority. Now they faced enemies whose capabilities remained completely unknown. "Continue weapon development," Kim Dae ordered. "We will adapt our tactics as we learn more about the enemy." The first contact came at the galaxy's edge. Captain Park Soo commanded the reconnaissance squadron that encountered the extragalactic scouts. The Relentless and 5 other Titan warships engaged the enemy advance force. "Enemy vessels are larger than anticipated," Park Soo reported. "Are not responding to our hails." The extragalactic ships opened fire without warning. Their weapons struck the Titan warships with devastating force. The energy beams passed through human shields as if they were not there. "All ships, evasive maneuvers," Park Soo ordered. "These weapons are unlike anything we have encountered." The Relentless shuddered under enemy fire. The ship's quantum armor held against the attack, but the damage was significant. The extragalactic vessels were using technology that challenged Earth's defensive systems. "Return fire," Park Su commanded. "Target their propulsion systems." The Titan warships launched their quantum torpedoes at the enemy scouts. The weapons struck their targets with precision, but the extragalactic vessels continued fighting. Their hull materials were resistant to quantum disruption. "Sir, our weapons are having minimal effect," reported the tactical officer. "The enemy ships are still operational." Park Su realized they were facing enemies that matched Earth's technological capabilities. The extragalactic civilization had developed counters to weapons similar to humanity's own systems. "Signal Admiral Kim Dae," she ordered. "The enemy is more advanced than we anticipated. We need immediate reinforcements." The battle at the galaxy's edge lasted for 3 hours. The human reconnaissance squadron fought with desperate courage, but the extragalactic scouts proved resilient. Both sides withdrew after suffering significant damage. "Casualty report," Park Su requested. "2 Titan warships severely damaged," came the reply. "We destroyed 4 enemy scouts, but 6 more escaped." The engagement had provided valuable intelligence about the extragalactic threat. The enemy possessed technology that rivaled Earth's most advanced systems. The coming invasion would be humanity's greatest challenge. "Admiral Kim." They assembled the Titan command staff for an emergency briefing. The data from the first engagement painted a grim picture of the approaching conflict. "The enemy has adapted 2 quantum-based weapons," he announced. "They have developed defensive systems that neutralize our primary advantages." Commander Baek-jin studied the tactical analysis with growing concern. "Sir, if they can counter our weapons, what advantage do we have?" "Numbers and determination," Kim Dae replied. "We have more ships than they anticipated. Our industrial capacity allows us to replace losses faster than they can." The strategy meeting continued for hours as human commanders planned their defense of the galaxy. The Titan warships would make their stand at Earth, using the solar system's defensive installations to maximum advantage. "The enemy will reach Earth in 6 months," announced Dr. Song Yu. "We have developed new weapons that may be more effective against their defensive systems." The final preparations began across human space. Every Titan warship was recalled to Earth's solar system. The defensive platforms hidden throughout the outer planets were activated. Humanity would make its stand at home. The extragalactic fleet arrived exactly on schedule. Thousands of dark ships emerged from hyperspace at the edge of the solar system. Their formation was perfect, their approach methodical. It had done this before. "All ships, battle stations," Admiral Kim Dae announced from Titan Station. "Today we fight for the survival of our species and our galaxy." The Titan warships took their positions around Earth. 63 vessels formed defensive lines between the planet and the approaching invaders. Each ship carried the most advanced weapons humanity had ever created. Commander Yoon Tae watched the enemy approach from the bridge of the Indomitable. The extragalactic vessels moved with confidence. Their crews experienced in galactic conquest. They destroyed civilizations across multiple galaxies. "Enemy fleet is entering weapons range," reported his tactical officer. "They are targeting our forward positions." "All ships commence firing," Yoon Tae ordered. Show them what Earth is capable of." The battle for Earth's survival began with a massive exchange of fire. The Titan warships launched everything they had at the extragalactic fleet. Quantum torpedoes, disruptor cannons, and experimental weapons created a wall of destruction. The enemy responded with weapons that bent space itself. Their energy beams struck the Titan warships with tremendous force. Several human vessels were destroyed in the opening minutes of combat. Captain Park Su fought desperately aboard the damaged Relentless. Her ship had taken severe hits, but her crew continued fighting. Extragalactic vessels were powerful, but they were not invincible. "Target their command ship," she ordered. "If we can disrupt their coordination, we might gain an advantage." The Titan warships focused their fire on the largest extragalactic vessel. The combined assault overwhelmed its defenses, causing massive explosions along its hull. The enemy flagship began to withdraw. They can be hurt, Park Sue announced. Concentrate. Fire on damaged vessels. The battle continued for hours as both sides fought with everything they had. The extragalactic invaders had superior individual ships, but humanity had more vessels and better tactics. The tide of battle began to turn. Commander Beek Jin led a flanking attack against the enemy rearguard. His squadron of Titan warships struck from an unexpected direction, catching the extragalactic vessels off guard. The surprise assault destroyed dozens of enemy ships. The aliens are regrouping, he reported. They are adapting to our tactics. Extragalactic fleet demonstrated the experience of a civilization that had conquered multiple galaxies. Their commanders adjusted their formation, countering human tactics with practiced efficiency. All ships implement Protocol Omega, Admiral Kim Dae ordered. We are activating our final defensive measures. The hidden weapons platforms throughout the solar system revealed themselves. Massive installations that had been disguised as asteroids opened fire on the extragalactic fleet. The enemy found themselves surrounded by defensive systems they had not detected. Dr. Song Yu watched as her newest weapons proved their effectiveness. The dimensional disruptors created tears in space itself, trapping enemy vessels in quantum loops. The extragalactic ships found themselves unable to escape or maneuver. The enemy is trapped, she announced. Our new weapons are working. The final phase of the battle saw the extragalactic fleet surrounded and outnumbered. The Titan warships pressed their attack, using their superior numbers to overwhelm the invaders. One by one, the enemy vessels were destroyed. Enemy flagship is attempting to retreat, reported Captain Lee Hanna. They are trying to escape to hyperspace. To pursue them, Kim Dae ordered. We cannot allow them to report our capabilities to their home galaxy. The chase extended beyond the solar system as human forces hunted down the fleeing extragalactic vessels. The Titan warships used their superior speed to catch the retreating enemies. None would escape to warn their civilization. Commander Yuntae stood on the bridge of the Indomitable as the last enemy ship was destroyed. The extragalactic invasion had been defeated, but at terrible cost. 27 Titan warships had been lost in the battle. Casualty report, he requested. 43% of our fleet destroyed or severely damaged, came the reply. However, we have completely eliminated the extragalactic threat. The victory was complete, but costly. Humanity had survived the ultimate test, proving that Earth's military technology could defend against enemies from beyond the galaxy. The Titan warships had lived up to their reputation. Admiral Kim Dae addressed the surviving crews from Titan Station. Today we have achieved something no previous civilization accomplished. We have defeated an extragalactic invasion and survived. The battle for Earth had ended humanity's greatest challenge. The species that had once seemed primitive to the Galactic Council had proven themselves capable of defending not just their own world, but the entire galaxy. Begin reconstruction of our fleet, Kim Dae ordered. We must be ready for future threats. The Titan warships that had conquered the galaxy and defeated extragalactic invaders now faced a new mission. They would guard the approaches to the Milky Way, ensuring that no future invasion could threaten the civilizations under Earth's protection. The age of human dominance was now eternal. The galaxy would never again face threats that its defenders could not handle. Earth's Titan warships had proven themselves against every possible enemy. The legend of humanity's military might would endure for millennia, inspiring future generations to maintain the strength that had saved the galaxy from destruction.